Welcome, Kumar sir. Welcome, Desiree. Charming. Desiree, I put some message for you in the chat room. You can look at that. Yes, if you're comfortable, you can put the video on. Up to you. But yeah, I will give some information for you since you're a student here. Share the quiz often. Okay, Desiree, you're a new person. Kumar knows what we do usually. So what we're doing initially, we are doing about 30 minutes of meditation. And then we'll do some pranayam, inhaling, exhaling. You're going to learn about this. And then we're also going to translate one of the yoga book. You'll get to know that also. And today evening around 5:30, can you meet me in the ashram, Desiree? Will you start?
Today, I don't know about today, but I can try. I will let you know.
Okay, text me whether you can meet me there, because we have to teach you some mantras and pranayams, which we're going to do today. But when you're staying here, I will at least demonstrate a little bit, so you can also come along with us. All right. So what you're going to do, we are going to do meditation after 3 inhaling and exhaling. You're going to inhale deeply and exhale deeply 3 times, and then we're going to do meditation. So we all have mantras in the group. You don't have any mantra right now. I haven't given to you. You watched the video, right? Both of them?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you questions later on how to do and everything. But your mantra today you're going to use is Om. Om is the mantra. So keep repeating the mantra yourself. First outside if you're alone, or if you're people around, then you can say that inside yourself. Keep repeating Om for the meditation time. And then I will tell you during the pranayama, I'll tell you what to do. And then later on, I will do some blessings for the world. And then we are going to translate a book also with the Sathsang. So this is going to go for about an hour and a half. If you can stay there, stay and listen. And this video is always recorded. We have a YouTube channel, Yoga in North Americas. So you can always go back and check that also. And so as I told you, the videos which you are watching was in the Yoga in North Americas. So it can be given to you. All right. Kumar sir, welcome. You have any questions? Okay. So let's start.
My audio is okay, sir.
Well, your audio is okay. I can hear you.
Okay, sir. Thank you. I was wrong.
கேக்குது எனக்கு கேக்குது.
Okay, thank you.
சரி, சரியா இருக்குது. அப்புறம் நம்ம பேசுவோம். நம்ம முடிச்சுட்டு நீங்க முடிஞ்சே இருங்க. ஸ்டே பண்ணுங்க. தேங்க்யூ. So what we're going to do, we're going to inhale and exhale 3 times, and then we're going to start the meditation. As I said before, Desiree, start with Om. Okay, Om is the meditation. Keep repeating that during meditation time.
महाकाया सूर्यकोटिः समप्रभः निर्विघ्नं कुरु सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा नमः सूर्याय चन्द्राय मङ्गलाय बुधाय च गुरुशुक्रशनिश्च राहुवे केतवे नमः गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः.
Inhale deeply with warmth. Exhale deeply. See, inhaling deep and exhaling deep. 3 times. Follow through. Mm. Kriya Babaji Namo. Om Kriya Babaji Namo. Om Kriya Babaji Namo. Om Shri Guru Padagaya Namaha. 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 meditation. So after this meditation, you're supposed to be in the Turiya consciousness, which is the other set of consciousness, which is different from normal waking consciousness, or dreaming consciousness, or sleeping consciousness. This is the fourth level of consciousness where your body is completely relaxed and your senses are taking very less energy. You're more focused towards your soul. This is called Turiya consciousness. So with the deep transcendental Turiya consciousness, we're going to do some pranayam, inhaling deeply and exhaling deeply and so on. Follow me through. So first pranayam, inhale deeply with Va, just like we did before. Exhaling deeply, you see, equally. Follow me through. We are going to do this time 7 times. Inhaling deeply and exhaling deeply. That is the first pranayam. Second pranayam is a little different. You are going to inhale deeply, and you're exhaling deeply halfway through. Means your inhaling time is much more than the exhaling time halfway through. So follow me through. Just to measure the amount of time you're inhaling, I'm going to sweep my hand so you can follow me. So inhaling is 8 times, exhaling is only 4 times. You're going to repeat that 7 times like this. We did it 7 times, the second pranayam. Third pranayam is inhaling deeply with Va. Inhale as much as possible. And you are going to exhale a single breath. I'll show you. We are going to do this 7 times. Inhale as much as possible and exhale a single breath. 6 times. the deep transcendental Kriya consciousness with the pranayam, Kriya Kundalini pranayam, which we learned from Babaji. We're getting into the connection with the universe. With the connection with the universal energy, we are going to pray something good for the world. As all of you know, COVID-19 and the infectious diseases are affecting the humanity. So we're going to pray Dhanvantari Maharishi, who was a lot of Ayurvedic and Siddha medicines, and through Mahata Babaji's prayer, and through Lord Vishnu also. 7 times.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantriyaya Amrita Kalasha Kastaya Sarvamaya Vinasanaaya Trailoki Nagaya Shri Mahavishnave Namaha.
Om Kriya Babaji Namo.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantriyaya Amrita Kalasha Kastaya Sarvamaya Vinasanaaya Trailoki Nagaya Shri Mahavishnave Namaha.
Om Kriya Babaji Namo.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantriyaya Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinasanaaya Trailogyanathaya Shri Mahavishnave Namaha.
Om Kriya Babaji Namo.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantriyaya Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinasanaaya Trailogyanathaya Shri Mahavishnave Namaha.
Om Kriya Babaji Namo.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantriyaya Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinasanaaya Trailogyanathaya Shri Mahavishnave Namaha.
Om Kriya Babaji Namo.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantriyaya Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinasanaaya Trailogyanathaya Shri Mahavishnave Namaha.
Om Kriya Babaji Namo.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantriyaya Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinasanaaya Trailogyanathaya Shri Mahavishnave Namaha.
Om Kriya Babaji Namo. Again, another problem. We're going to pray for the welfare of the world. Is with a deep transcendental Kriya consciousness. About the war is going around the world, as all of you know, and it's a very serious concern for some of the humanity, some people living around there. So let's pray the universal energies to stop all this war and let the peace spread all over the world. We're going to say Lord Bhairava to Mahata Babaji 7 times for the world peace. Om Swarnadvajaya Vidmahe Sulahastaya Dhimahi Thanno Kalabhairavaya Prachodayadi. Om Swarnadvijaya 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 Vidmahe Sulahastaya Dhimahi Thanno Kalabhairavaya Prachodayadi. We done the prayer for Lord Bhairava also. This pranayam and the meditation prayer. We are mingled with the universal energy. It gives all the ambrosia, the jnana from the universe and the Almighty. So, with this understanding in the mind, if you're reading some scriptures or some of the books by the gods and through their voices, it will be very useful for us. So, today we have been for the past couple of weeks, few weeks rather, we've been working on the book on the light for a few weeks. We're going to continue with that because we're going to first read in the original language, Tamil, then we're going to translate in English for the whole world and particularly for the Western people. So we're going to continue from the, essentially this book is about sunlight and how we can absorb the energy to the Atman, to the different forms of the sunlight and so on and so forth. A lot of techniques involved. So we'll continue from a few words from the last week's Sathsang, and then we go from there. Go ahead.
We have been talking about sunlight and light energy that it provides us throughout the day. And basically, there are four minerals that are coming out, which is the energy that is coming out from the sun, can be divided into mercury energy, gold energy, copper energy, and silver energy. We are focusing about the mercury energy first, the first several chapters, and then we go on to the four, all of them. Then it also involves the five elements, that is space, air, water, earth, and space, air, water, earth, and heat. We also have been talking coming from the sunlight are the three strands, which is the magnetic energy, the heat energy, and the toxic energy. Now, all the combinations of these energies lead to, within the day, lead to about 60 different types of light energy. And we were talking about each narigal, and each narigal equals to 24 minutes. So the time is counted from the sunrise, which is going to be if it's, every day and 3 hours before sunrise, which is called as the Brahma Muhurta. And last class we talked about, we reached up to heat energy and how will it affect the body in the state of mentally, physically, and emotionally. So we're continuing. So heat energy during the sixth narigai, that is the sixth 24th minute, during the sunlight, will have the worst toxins that come out. But this heat energy that is coming from the sunlight can remove the toxin from the soul particles or the Atman particles. During the 4th to 6th narigai, the heat energy will remove also the acidity and the toxins from Mother Earth or the solid earth and the water in the earth and the air in the earth and in the human body. It will remove all the toxic energy, acidity, and also in the mercuric toxic materials, which is the head of the Atman pits. And in the body, it is going to take out the heat toxins. So although there is toxic energy that is coming down from the sunlight, when it's combined with heat, all the acidity and the toxins from the body, from the earth, and from the mind can be removed. Now this copper oxide, which is the toxin, this copper oxide is that of the toxin, and this can remove the toxin. The copper oxide is coming from the sun, and which is the toxin, but can remove the toxic energy of the brain. But if one wakes up during these hours and removes it consciously, it also removes the toxic energy from accumulating from the brain. If not, this acidic property of this toxic energy will remain as a layer in the brain, and strong imprints will stay on, and thus recurring rebirths will be occurring. And there will be difficulty in the liberation of the Atman or Atman Kriya. So focus on this toxic energy removal in the early morning, and consciously removing during the first 26 minutes is the purpose of the Atman. If during the 6th narigai, the mercury energy that is received during this time, one can get freedom from rebirths. There are 3 malas or toxins which are formed within the human body as a result of human birth, which is your Anavan, Kanvam, and Maya. Now, those pride and other mayas can be removed during this time, and one has to avoid sleep during this time. Now, face the sun, rising sun. One should pray with sincere prayers and should be taking a bath and remove and pray for toxins to be removed from inside and outside from the body and the mind. Also pray during this time for the removal of the three malas facing the east direction. With sincere prayers, only during that time toxins are removed, only then because of the higher source of energy that is coming from the sun. Only this type of higher energy can remove also the imprints and get Atma liberty or Atma freedom. Particles of Atman will help absorb this heat energy that is coming from the sun. The mercury bits will also help this heat energy absorb this heat energy and reach the single atom or the Uyir, that is the Uyir that is within the soul that is within everybody, and it then transfers that heat energy to the head gland, which is your pineal gland, and then spreads among the other glands, which is your pituitary gland, and removes carbon dioxide also. So during one jamam is how many nari days? 10. One jamam
And there
is
was 6 nari.
6 nari days. During one first jamam, which is the 6 nari day, if the toxins are removed by taking a bath and prayer, the rest of the energy that is coming from the sun, which is the higher source energy, can be absorbed in form of good energy. This happens approximately about 5:30 a.m. depending upon the sunrise, which is assumed to be at 6 a.m. But we can calculate it accordingly. Now, once these toxins are removed, then there will be emptiness that will prevail in the areas where these toxins are removed from the brain. And this emptiness can be felt and will be filled with the higher energy that is coming in from the sun. Now, mercury energy strand, along with the 5 elements, will will be performing at a different kind of qualities and functions. Now, remember the energy also coming from the Mercury planet in the morning is also given out during this time, and it is also divided and it permeates with the 5 elements, which combines also with the sun, thus reaching the earth. Now, the waxing and the waning of the moon also happens during this time, and this shows the connection of the earth, sun, and the moon. The next chapter will talk about how the human energy is also affected by this. Interaction with Vayu, which is the air element in the earth, joining with the higher energy, the Mercury planet, the pranic energy, and the movement of the moon, when mixed with air or Vayu, how that affects the human nature. So now we're talking about chapter 8 last class. So we talked about energy, so continuing, energy of light with air is very, very important. One has to know that nature is the supreme God. The atoms that are present around are your Akash or your space atoms. Atman is the Lord Almighty. Uyir is the soul or the particle with imprints, and body is the real state. One has to understand the organization very, very thoroughly. Body can be seen, but the soul or will cannot be seen. And therefore, because of this discrepancy, the ignorance starts. If one does research on physical body and its movements, one can understand the influence of the soul or will on the physical body, which can be clearly understood. During Kali Yuga, which is the current Yuga, nobody does research on the human body and its energy, so it is not appreciated. For example, one can say, when nobody does research, how does the bread that one person eats become part of your body after hours of consumption? So Kali, or the time, is going very fast, and because of this, the time of need has come, and all the Vedic scriptures are becoming simpler and simpler in human for humans. So to understand this, the first book called Brain, one has to read that. If one appreciates the physical body, one can understand the we or the soul and also understand the world. And then extending it further, one can understand also the Atman, which is the godly atom. If the Atman is understood very well, the godly atom can also be understood. If the light energy is increased in the Atman, one can also understand the qualities of the Atman. Only the mercury bits that is coming from the sun has this light energy, which is then present as part of our human body. The chemistry of Atman is nothing, or the composition of Atman is nothing but the mercury bits coming from the godly atom. All the five elements also do contain the godly state. So if one goes deeper into understanding nature, one can understand the combination of the five elements which together make up the nature, which is your Akash, heat, air, water, and the earth. If we understand the presence and duration of these, one can actually understand the functioning of nature and can act accordingly, and also understand the changes in one's mind with the nature and its frequencies. If this mind is wavering, one understands with the nature and makes the mind steady, then it won't be affected by these constant changes. Now, depending upon each yuga, life itself is changing. So, a Kali Yuga is actually covered with Maya. The problem is that people do not understand or feel the nature and the godly state, and hence cannot understand its changes. Therefore, this is the biggest problem that one faces in Kali Yuga. Because of this ignorance, the energy that is received that from nature is being lost by the Maya or the poison during the Kali Yuga. This then separates the separation. So even though this nature is providing the same amount of energy for all the yugas, every day it goes wasted because of two Maya. The body therefore does not receive it properly, and hence the disease prevails. Atman will never say no to nature's energy. The quality of Atman, which is within us, will never say no to nature's energy. But mankind cannot understand this because of the Maya, and therefore the energy that we receive from nature is not intercepted correctly or received properly. The five elements will give food at the proper time, and these are the five elements that provide the food also to the Atman. And if one can understand this, one can be relieved from the rebirth and thus get Atman liberation or Atman freedom.
Okay, so that's how we finish. Okay, so slowly we are coming down to the influence of the air atomic particles. So the first 15 Narhe, as all of you know, one Narhe is 12 minutes, and 3 hours before the sunrise time is the beginning of the first Narhe. Okay, so then every 21 minutes, this Narhe start changing. And say, for example, today's sunrise was 7:10 a.m. So if it is 7:10 a.m., 3 hours before is 4:10 a.m., the first Nargis starts. And then from there, every 24 minutes, the Nargis changes. So the first three Nargis, that is 3 times 24 for 72 minutes, you have the influence of the first element, Akash. Akash is the finest element, thinner than the air. So that, along with the mercury energy, that is for about 15 Nargis, the mercury energy is always coming. So the first Nargis, you have mercury energy, and then you have magnetic energy, then you have Akash also. So there's always three kinds of energies that you're combining with the sunlight, even before the sun rises. Okay, so far we talked about influence of Akash in the mercury. Then we talked a little bit on the influence of heat with the mercury, and now we are going to finally talk about the influence of air element. More explanation is coming through. Okay, so let me read this book and then explain. வாயு எனும் மூலக்கூறானது ஒரு அற்புத ஆற்றல் படைத்ததாகும். That means the air element is a very rare and amazing influence on the human as well as nature. Amazing effect at the energy is there. விண் முகட்டிலே உருவாகும் காரணத்தால் வாயு மூலக்கூறு யாவும் விண்ணிலும் சஞ்சரிக்கும், மண்ணிலும் சஞ்சரிக்கும். Lord Muruga is using one word called விண்முகடு. Windmode is a place where the gravitational force of the earth stops. And from there, the gravitational force is going to be stopped beyond. So that is Windmode. So and that place is also the origin of the air, right? Okay, so beyond that, we have the...
Windmode is the atmosphere. Gravitational force starts from the middle of the earth. Windmode is the atmosphere where the Akash meets the atmosphere of the earth.
Atmosphere.
It's where the sunlight touches the atmosphere of the earth, where it reaches the earth.
Where is the atmosphere? Okay.
It's not the gravitational force. Gravitational force comes from the earth.
Yeah.
From the middle of the earth.
So, Windmugudu, according to her, what she was talking is the place where the atmosphere of the
earth. Where the sunlight with the higher pranic energy meets the atmosphere of the earth.
So beyond that, there's no atmosphere of the earth. That's what you mean. Beyond that mode, there's no atmosphere.
No, there is no gravitational pull. That's why.
Okay, so that's the place where you have the formation of the air. Because of that interjunction, you can travel to the earth as well as it can travel to the sky or the akash. Okay, so it can go there. Remember, you have to differentiate between the akash element and the ahayam or the sky we're talking about. Okay, so they make sure there's a difference there. மண்ணிலும் சஞ்சரிக்கும். அவ்வகையில் உருவான வாயுவின் மூலக்கூறுகள் யாவும் நம்முடைய உருவான வாயுவின் மூலக்கூறுகள் மண்ணில் பறிவிடும் ஒளியாற்றில் எப்போதும் கலப்புக்குள் உள்ளது என்றும் அதன் தன்மை மற்றும் பயன்பாடு என்றும். So Lord Muruga is talking about, we are going to talk about what are the uses because of the influence of the air. வாயு என்பது இயக்கத்தின் மூலக்கூறு அமைகிறது. So anytime you see any movement on the earth, that is because of the air movement. காந்த ஆற்றல் மற்றும் வெப்ப ஆற்றலை இணைத்து ஒளி இழைகளாய் திரித்து புவியை நோக்கி செலுத்திட வாயின் மூலக்கூறுகளே பெரும் துணை புரிகின்றன. So these air atomic particles, they really helped for the combination of the magnetic strands as well as the heat strands. And of course, we talked a little bit on the toxic strand also before. விண்ணில் தோன்றும் காந்த இழைகளும் வெப்ப இழைகளும் புவியினில் தோன்றி விண் முகடுதனை அடைந்திட்ட வெப்ப இழைகள் மற்றும் நஞ்சு இழைகளோடு எளிதாய் கலப்புற வாயு மூலக்கூறுகள் உதவிடும். So from the sky you have the magnetic strands, then you have the heat strands. Okay, they are coming. Then from the earth you have heat strands and and also the toxic strands, heat strands and toxic strands. They are coming from the earth, and to combine these two types of strands, air is being useful. Air is being used here. So that's what they're talking about. Air is being used for the combination of this. புவியின் செங்கோண பகுதியினை அடைந்திடும் ஒளி ஆற்றலே ஒளி ஆற்றலை கலப்பு கொண்ட வாயுவின் மூலக்கூறுகள் எவ்விதம் தோன்றுகின்றன, ஆற்றல் செயல்கள் குறித்தும் விளக்கம் அறிந்திருவோம். So remember you were talking about the triangle where the first time the sunlight is coming and then slowly it moves to the other triangle. So there are 4 divisions, the 4 triangles we talked about. Okay, then the first triangle is getting the air also now, and slowly it is going to move to the other triangle too. வாயுவின் மூலக்கூறுகளுக்கு ஒரு சிறப்புத்தன்மை உண்டு. There's a special characteristics for air atomic particles. யாதெனில் அவை எளிதாய் மூலக்கூறோடு கலப்பு கொள்ளிடும். Means it can mix with the other atomic elements so easily. ஆகாய மூலக்கூறுகளுக்கும் கிட்டாத ஆற்றல் என்பது வாயுவிற்கு உண்டு. So for this, even the Akash and the heat doesn't compare. I mean, they can't do it, but the air element can, air atomic particles can do it. வாயுவின் மூலக்கூறுகள் தனித்தும் திறம்படையெங்கும் பல மூலக்கூறுகளும் இணைந்தும். So the air atomic particles, they can function separately as well as they can function along with the combination of other elements also. வாயுவின் மூலக்கூறுகள் வாயுவானது ஆகாய மூலக்கூறுகளோடு எளிதாக கலத்துக் கொள்ளும். So the air can easily combine with Akash. According to Muruga, ஒவ்வொரு மண்டான்மாவும் கொண்டுள்ள பாதரச தொழிலும் ஆன்ம தொழிலும் மையத்திற்கு பயணித்திடும் ஆற்றல் வாயு மூலக்கூறுகளுக்கு உண்டு. Even within the Atman, for the center of the Atman, the Vayu can go. That is why we do the deep pranayam. Pranayam, really, the air is really goes to the brain, even to the center of the Atman itself. This is the power. வெப்ப மூலக்கூறுடன் எளிதாக இணைந்திடும். Because as I said before, the heat atomic elements can also join with the air. வெப்பம் எனும் தீபச்சுடரானது வாயுவின் கலப்பின்றி சீராய் என்கிறது என்று உணர்கிறார். For the heat to function, for the fire to function, the air is also important. அவ்விதமே நீர்ம மூலக்கூறுகளோடு இணைந்து அதன் வீரியத்தை அதிகரிக்கும். You can also join with the water atomic particle and increase the energy of the water atomic particle. That's about the importance of the air element. நீரானது புவியினில் பரவி செயலாற்றிட வாயுவின் மூலக்கூறுகளே பெருமளவு தோன்றும். So for the water to spread on the earth, வாயுவின் மூலக்கூறுகளே பெருமளவு தோன்றும். So for that also the air elements atomic particles will be very useful. மேலும் நிலம் அதனை ஊடுருவிச் சென்றும் வாயுவான செயலாற்றும். Not only go through the water, and also go through the earth element also, earth atomic particles also. ஐவகை மூலக்கூறுகளும் நீக்கவர கலப்பு கொண்டது வாயுவின் மூலக்கூறுகள் என்பதை பூர்ணமாக வேண்டும். So all those 5 atomic particles, right from Akash, heat, air, water, and the earth. All these 5 atomic particles can be traversed, can be passed through by the air atomic particle. That is this very, very speciality of this. வாயுவின் தன்மையின் சிறப்பு யாது என்பதெனில் அதன் பரவிச் செயலாற்றும் தன்மையே. வாயுவின் மூலக்கூறுகளை அடக்கி அணிட இயலாது, தேக்கமரச் செய்வதும் இயலாது. எங்கும் எதிலும் நீக்கமரப்பிடும் ஆற்றல் என்பது வாயுவின் மூலக்கூறுகளுக்கே உண்டு. So again he is reiterating that the air can go anywhere. Nobody can stop it and nobody can push it also. It will go on its own again and again. For some of the newcomers, some of these teachings will be new, but you keep on hearing this, you'll understand the meaning. You can also apply in your own life for a diseaseless condition, as well as getting more energy from the universe energy. Basically, you will get the ideas and you get the tactics. Okay, let's continue. Again, if you have any question, you can stop me and ask me any question also. All right. ஆகாய மூலக்கூறுகளின் தன்மையினையும் எளிதாய் ஏற்றிடும், நஞ்சின் தன்மையும் எளிதாய் ஏற்றிடும். So this air elemental particle can also absorb the Akash, as I said before, and also the toxic strand. We always have the magnetic strand, what is the other one? Heat strand, and then the toxic strand, right? So all these strands can also be traversed by the air elemental particle. புவியின் செங்கோண பகுதியினை ஆற்றலும் மூழ்கில் பயணித்தும் தருணத்தில் மைய ஆற்றாய் வெளிப்படும் வாயு என்பது கிழக்கு திசையின் மையத்தினை அடைந்து சூரிய உதய நாளிதனையும் உருவாக்கிடும். So the sunlight, even the being of the sun on the earth, is also during the air time. That's why it is center. Before it has heat and Akash, now you have water and the earth. So it is a center of the it's a triangle. புவியின் செங்கோணத்தை ஐவகை ஆற்றலும் மூவகையில் பயணித்திடும் தருணத்தில் மையாற்றாய் வெளிப்படும் வாயு என்பது கிழக்கு திசையின் மையத்தில் உருவாக்கிடும் சாலை. வாயுவின் மூலக்கூறுகள் யாவும் காந்திகளில் பயணித்து பின்னடையும் தருணம் ஒரு உயரிய மாற்று நிலையை மாற்றம் எழுதலாம். The first vayu, that is after 6, 7th நாழிகை, you can feel the air plus the magnetic energy. Human bodies can feel the air plus magnetic energy. That is why people go for walking and get fresh air and all those happen because of this. Okay. வாயுவின் தன்மையை அதிகரித்து வெப்பத்தை நிறுத்திட மாணவர்கள் மாற்றத்தினையும் when it joins the heat also, you can see the change. Beyond that, it's very difficult to sleep also. You may lie down there, but you can't sleep because the heat is also coming along with the air. ஏழாம் நாழிகை என்று அறியப்படும் தருணத்தில் வாயுவின் மூலக்கூறு யாவும் நேர்மறை ஆற்றல் கொண்ட காந்த அலைகளில் பயணித்து போயின. So 7th நாழிகை, you can see first it is air is combining with the strand of the magnetic strands. ஏழாவது strand, 7th one. தருணத்தில் உயரிய பிராணவாயின் மூலக்கூறுகளை உள்ஏற்றிடும் ஆன்மாக்கள் அதிக ஆற்றலை பெற்றிடும். During that time, you can increase the pranic energy through the air, the breathing air. Why you will say this is the time you can get good pranic energy and avoid diseases. Okay. வாயுவில் பல்வேறு மூலக்கூறுகள் கொண்டிருக்கும். இன்னும் உயர் பிராணம் என்னும் தரம் கூடி எரிபொருளானது ஏழாம் நாளில் வெடித்தோன்றும். So the 7th நாழிகை, which is 7 times 24 is what? That's
144 plus.
144 plus 24, right?
Yeah.
So ஏழாம் நாழிகை is a time to get the maximum energy to the body, so you can
168.
fight 168. So from 144 to 168. That is the time you get the maximum energy, which is even making your body diseaseless. Immune system is really improving. காந்த இழைகளில் பயணித்து புவியினை அடையும் பிராணவாயு எனும் மூலக்கூறுகள் யாவும் ஒவ்வொரு ஆன்மார்க்கும் உயரிய உயிரின் அழிப்புடனே நடைபெறும். So when you have magnetic strand, much more energy. ஆன்மத்துகள் பலவும் சிறசிலே சிறை கொண்டிருக்கும் தருணங்களில் இரையாற்றலாகிய வாயின் மூலக்கூறு சென்று நல்லாற்றலாம் எரிப்புடனே good for Atman also. Very good. அனைத்து மூலக்கூறுடன் சவனித்து அனைத்து இடங்களையும் எளிதாய் சென்றிடும் வாயின் மூலக்கூறு யாவும் மானிட மூலையில் உள்ள தலைமைச் சூழனை அடைந்து மற்ற சிறவைகளையும் சென்றடைந்து இதில் நரம்பு மண்டலத்தில் உருவி குருதியோடு எளிதாய் கலப்பு கொண்டு துணை அணுக்களை சென்றடையும். பின்னர் மெல்ல ஊடுருவி மையக்கிழனை அடையும். See how it traverses. First it is coming to the Atman, then to the single atom, which is the soul. Then some of we talked about the thalamic with the head gland, that is a pituitary gland. It goes to that also. Then we also talked a little bit on the planet glands around the pituitary. It goes to the pituitary gland also. And then it is traversing to all the glands of the body, the physical glands, like your thyroid gland, adrenal gland, and all these glands. And then it is giving energy also to the whole body through your circulation. So that energy is very, very important. Okay. காந்த இழைகளில் பயணிக்கும் வாயுவின் மூலக்கூறுகளை உயர் பிராணவாயின் முதன்மை திரைமணம் என்ற எரிபொருளை அணுக்களுக்கு வழங்கிடும். We talked about already. First, yes, magnetic strand plus the air is highly efficient for getting pranic energy. சூரிய ஒளி ஆற்றலின் 7ஆம் பிரிவு எனும் உயர் பிராணவாயுவென்று அறிந்திருக்க மானுடர்கள் கலியுகத்தில் வாழ்வதனால் அருமையாக முடிகிறது. Why people don't understand, why humans don't understand this concept, because of the Maya of Kali Yuga. We are all living in Kali Yuga. It's having a lot of toxic energy on the earth. That's why we don't understand. We are always driven by our senses. That's another reason. இயற்கை என்பது முதன்மையாய் அருளிடும் உயர் பிராணமான விடிமேற்றிட இயலாது உறக்கத்திலாங்க. Many people sleep during this time, because even including ourselves sometimes not doing this, sleep. That is why we get the Maya. We don't understand this part, so your body is getting diseases. விழித்து செல்படியும் மாணவர்கள் அந்த சுவாசத்தினை ஆராய்ந்திருத்தவர். Even somebody, people are awake. People are working the night time also, they are awake, but they don't realize this, so they are also not getting the energy proper. உள் ஏற்றிடும் பிராணவாயுதனின் பாதரச ஆற்றல் தன்மையையும் காந்த ஆற்றலின் தன்மையிலும் பரிபூர்ணமாக இணைந்திருக்கும். So we inhale and exhale during this time, early morning. You will have, along with the air, not only the magnetic energy, you also get the energy of the mercury, which is part and parcel of your Atman, which is very important for the healthy Atman, remove the imprints, etc. Okay, so it's very, very removing the karmas. All these things will be there when you inhale during this time, this pranic energy. உயிரினமானது உள்ளேற்றிட்ட ஆகாய முழக்கு மற்றும் வெப்ப முழக்குகளை ஆற்றலை தலைமைச் செல்வியானது உள்ளேற்று பிளஸ்லவை கிடைத்திட்டாலும் அவ்வாற்று அனைத்தும் உடல் முழுவதும் பெறவிட கூதியானது விடும் அக்கூதியின் பயணத்திற்கு வாயு முழக்குகளை உதவிடும். Again, for the transport of this pranic energy, the air is very important. Where is it transporting? Ultimately, transporting to the blood. When it's transporting the blood, it's going to reach all over your body. Every cell of the body is getting this energy. Okay, so that's what it is saying. Even the blood circulation is done by the air energy. உடல் என்பது புத்துணர்ச்சி பெற்று சீராய் என்கிற வாயுவின் தன்மையாற்றான பிராணவாயுவே விடும். The body to function properly, this pranic energy is very, very important. All right. Any question at this point? Any of you? Before we move on, we'll continue. So there's no question there. வெப்ப இழைகளில் பயணித்து புவியினை அடைந்திடும் வாயு ஒன்றே சூரிய உதய நாளினை உருவாக்கிடும். So when the air is going to combine with the heat, that is the time where the sunrise is really happening in the air. Okay, you can calculate that. வடகிழக்கு இலையில் துவங்கி கிழக்கின் மத்தியிலே புவியின் 30 வருஷங்களின் தருணத்தில் சூரிய கோரணை முழுமையாக தரிசித்திடும். So slowly the sunrise will come, and then it is giving the light when the heat is joining with the air. கிழக்கு பகுதியின் மத்தியிலே புவியின் முதல் செங்கோண பிரிவு திசை திரும்பும் தருணம் 8ஆம் நாழியின் மத்திய பகுதி வெளித்தோன்றும். So it will turn to the next triangle during this time also. Okay, that effect will also be there. சூரிய உதய நாழியின் மணித்துளியானது புவியின் செங்கோண பகுதியின் மத்திய பகுதியை உணர்த்திடும். எனில் சூரிய உதய நாழியின் முன்னர் தோன்றும் 7 நாழிகளுமே பிரம்ம முகூர்த்தம் என்றே அழைக்கப்படுகிறது. People who start saying பிரம்ம முகூர்த்தம் is nothing but 7.5 நாழிகள், 7.5 நாழிகள். So how many minutes is that? So you want to multiply 7.5 times 24. 180.
3 hours.
183 hours. Exactly 3 hours. So 3 hours after the first Nargay. That is Brahma Muhurta.
You say this is Brahma Muhurta, or you say before that number?
3 hours. 3 hours is Brahma Muhurta, right from the beginning of the Nargay.
Up to 7.5.
3 hours before sunrise, we say beginning of the first Nargay. Right? So up to sunrise is Brahma Muhurta.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
Up to
7.5.
Yeah. So when sunrise happens, the Brahma Muhurta is gone.
Which is exactly what they say, 3 hours.
Yeah. So your calculation, right? You put that? Okay. 7.5 times 24
is 180.
180. 3 hours. So until sunrise, Brahma Muhurta is there. Yes? Okay. All right. So when the so-called Brahma Muhurtam, people say in most of the Indian tradition, because as a time they say it's good to meditate, good to pranayam. So that is just before sunrise. So sunrise, and we can start right from 3 hours before the sunrise also. Amazing concept is Muruga is giving us. கிழக்கின் மத்திய புள்ளி உதய நாழிகை என்றும் தெற்கின் மத்திய புள்ளி உச்சி நாழிகை என்றும் மேற்கின் மத்திய புள்ளி சூரியன் மறைந்திடும் சந்தி நாழிகை என்றும் வடக்கின் மத்திய புள்ளி என்பது நடுநிசி நாழிகை என்றுமே அறியப்படுகிறது. புவியின் ஒவ்வொரு செங்கோண சுழற்சிக்கும் மத்தியம் ஒன்று என்றும் கோணத்தினை கடந்திடும் தருணம் வாயுவின் மூலக்கூறுகளே புவியினை. You know what? Some of these things are more technical, but I want to get the gist of it. Whatever you can use for yourself. Just like as I said, that 3 hours just before the sunrise, the Brahma Muhurta, that you can absolutely use. Now, in this paragraph, he is talking about the center of each other, beginning and middle and Sandhya. So when he says Sandhya time is always, they say, good time to meditate. So Sandhya time is when the day and night crosses.
Twilight.
Yeah, twilight generally crosses. So So if you can understand that part, that is much better. சூரியன் உதயம் தோன்றும் தருணம் வெப்ப இழையில் பயணித்து வெளித்தோன்றும் வாயின் மூலக்கூறுகளே உயிரினங்கள் இயக்கத்திற்கும் காரணமாகிறது. It's an amazing concept. So when the sunrise happens, that is the time the air is combining the heat. Air is combining the heat. We talked about it. And that is the time all the life, plants, animals, everything, including humans, it start moving. They start moving. Beyond that, it's very difficult to sleep that time. Some of you really notice. You may do it purposely unless you awake, unless you are awake for a long time in the evening, late night. Normally, if you say go to sleep at 9 o'clock, even 10 o'clock sometimes, that's okay. But approximately the time of the sunrise, right? The time of the sunrise is really difficult to sleep because that's why we close all the glass and doors and everything completely, right? We close the everywhere so they get darkness. It was difficult to sleep. So that's the time all the living beings started moving also. வெப்பம் கலந்த வாயு ஒன்றே உடனே முழுமையாக இழங்கி செல்லும். So your body has to function completely. It means you will heat and the air also for human beings also. மானுட உடல்கள் இயக்கத்தினை ஏற்று பணிகளை ஆற்றப்படும் இத்தருணத்தை உணர்க. So for human beings also, if you start your day that time, it is absolutely good. வாயு ஒன்றை எத்திசினும் பயணித்திடும். So only the air can go all the different directions without any problem. Okay. உடலின் அனைத்து அணுக்களும் பரவ செய்யும். If you take the human body, it will go into different atoms very easily. All the different atoms of the human body. எட்டாம் நாழிகையின் மையத்திலே ஒரு சூரியக்கோளை முழுமையாக தெரிசிடும் புவிக்கோள பிரதேசம் சுழற்சியிலும் புவியிலும் இந்த 7th நாழிகை after the sunrise, 7th. We are talking about 7th now. In the 7th நாழிகை, it seems since the sun is moving faster, even the day is going to go a little faster also. So until the Brahma Muhurta time, the day is really going slow because the sun itself is rotating very slow. So you can have the maximum use of time before the sunrise. That's what he's talking about. So if you do any action, anything to do before sunrise, you will have more time. It's very difficult to imagine with the intellectual mind, but you can only experience it. You can only do it and experience it. You're getting more additional time. ஏற்புடைய தன்மையினை காட்டிலும் கூடிய வேகத்தினை தன் சுழற்சியின் மூலம் வெளிப்படுத்தும். எனினும் மானுட ஆன்மாக்கள் அது தெளிவு அடைந்துள்ளது. People don't understand this. People don't realize it. But if you experience it, you will believe it. So that is about 8th. 9ஆம் நாழிகையினும் கிழக்கின் மையத்தினை விடுத்து தெற்கு திசை நோக்கி புவியின் சுழற்சியானது அமைந்திடும் தருணத்தில் வெளித்தோன்றும். நஞ்சிழைகளை பயணித்து வைத்தின் வாய் என்பது 9ஆம் நாழிகையின் தருணத்தில் புவியினையிடும். So in the 9th, in the 8th, because the 8th நாழிகை, 8th நாழிகை, so we are talking about the quality and characteristic is the fast movement of the sun, the time moving fast. And 9th one, slowly the sun is moving to the next triangle. Okay, so next triangle. To some extent, to the center of the next triangle. So that is the time, the 9th நாழிகை, you get the toxic energy also along the air. That is also moving. நஞ்சு இழைகளை பயணித்து புவியினை அடையும் வாயு ஒன்றே உயரிய செயலாற்றும். Again, in the 9th also, he says there is some higher function. What is the higher function? கரிய அமிலம் எனப்படும் ஆற்றலானது இருவேறு நிலைகளும் வித்திடும். Here he is talking a little bit about carbon dioxide and the acidic form of it, carbonic acid. We can say, I don't want you to think exactly carbonic acid, but you can say carbon dioxide, but you can think about the atomic particles of the carbon dioxide, atomic particles of the carbonic acid. ஒன்று விண்ணாற்றலின் மூலம் புவியினை அடையும் வாயுவின் மூலமும் மற்றொன்று புவியினிலே வாழ்கின்ற ஆன்மாக்கள் மூலமும் வெளித்தோன்றிடும். All this carbon dioxide come out from the air, from the sky, as well as from the earth. உயிரினங்களின் வாழ்க்கையான கரியமில வாயுதனை விண் ஆற்றலின் மூலம் நஞ்சு இழைதலில் பயணித்து புவியினை அடையும் வாயு மூலக்கூறாகிய கரியமில இட்டழுத்திவிடும். So the carbon dioxide which is coming from the air, right, will be destroyed by the carbon dioxide coming from the top. So that is, even though it is also carbon dioxide, even toxic energy, but that will destroy during this time. மானுட உடல்கள் மற்றும் அனைத்து உயிரினங்களும் வெளியேற்றும் கழிவுகளின் வாயுத்தன்மையினை ஏற்று தூய்மை எடுத்து எடுத்திடும் என்றால் 9ஆம் நாளை குறைந்து. So all the toxic energy will be cleaned up by the one which is coming down from the Akash or the sky, sky. Okay, so that's a good thing. புவியினை அடையும் வாயுவின் மூலக்கூறுகள் ஆகாய மூலக்கூறுகள் மற்றும் வெப்ப மூலக்கூறின் கழிவுகளையும் ஏற்றழித்திடும். நஞ்சு இழைகள் பயணித்து வெளித்தந்த வாயு மூலக்கூறுகளே உயிரின் நச்சுத்தன்மை கொண்டதாகும். சூரிய உதய நாள் என்று 1.5 நாளின் அடர்த்தி எல்லையிலே வெளித்தோன்ற நச்சுவாயினை ஒவ்வொரு உயிரும் ஏற்றிடும். மானிட மூலையில் உள்ள சந்திர செல்வியானது இவ்வாற்றை ஏற்று வாயுவின் ஆற்றலானது பயணித்து வாயு. So he is talking about after sunrise 1.5 நாளிகை. Okay, after sunrise 1.5 நாளிகை. Definitely the toxic energy is coming into the earth and is being absorbed also by the human body. If you don't remove it completely that means the awareness of your thoughts and energy should be there that time. If you're going to sleep or doing something else, it is not going to help you. But according to this Muruga, if you get up, be aware, take a good bath in your body, in your mind, be in the state of the almighty awareness, then you're going to receive all this energy. Also good cleansing is also going to happen. நஞ்சு இழைகளை பயணிக்கும் ஒவ்வொரு மூலக்கூறுகளையும் தலைமைச் செவ்வியான ஏற்று then he is talking about how this energy is traveling to all over the human body. First, from the life energy to the Atman, Atman to the life energy, the soul, from the soul to the pituitary, from pituitary to all the surrounding planetary glands, and then to the body glands like thyroid, the thyroid adrenal glands, all those glands, and then that is going to be spreading the energy through the blood to all over the body. So that is the tract he is talking about. அதன் ஆற்றுகளை ஏற்று முன்னேற்றம் அழுத்திடும். வாயுவின் மூலம் தோன்றும் நச்சுக்கழிவுகள் யாவுமே உடலினை தூய்மையறச் செய்திடும். வாயுவின் மூலக்கூறில் உள்ள கழிவுகளை அழித்து மானிட உடலை தூய்மையறச் செய்த திறன் நஞ்சுகளை பயணித்து வரும் வாயுவின் மூலக்கூறுகளுக்கு உண்டு. வாயுவின் கழிவுகள் இதனை உடலினை விட்டு எளிதாய் பிரச்சனையிடம் உதவிடும். வாயு எனும் அற்புத ஆற்றல் ஒன்றை ஆன்மாக்களை விடுவித்து பின்னீற்றிடம் உதவிடும். உடலினை பாதுகாத்து இவங்களை கடந்து வாழ்ந்து உதவிடும். மைய ஆற்றலாய் செயல்புரியும் வாயுவினையும் தன்மையினை முழுமையாய் ஏற்றுச் செயல்புரிந்தால் உயிரினை அடைந்துள்ளலாம். And so what he is talking about, if you really be aware and absorb the air, he's talking about the pranayam. If you inhale, exhale, like what you are doing today, that pranayam will get the air to get all the energy, not only good energy, also removal of the bad energy is also happening during this time. That's very, very important, removal of the bad energy from us. தொடர்கின்ற அத்தியாயங்களில் வாயுவின் தன்மையை விரிவாக கண்டிடலாம். மேலும் நீர் மூலக்கூறு. So the next element, atomic element is coming is the water. So being of the water is also being channelized or helped by the air for the next element to come, which is the water. So we are finishing the 8th chapter. How is the time doing? Can finish this point?
No.
Continue?
No.
We're done?
125.
So we're done. We are almost done. Okay, so we finished the chapter 8 along with this book. And at this point, I am ready for any questions. So you have any questions first? Okay, you're fine. Okay, Freddie, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, any questions? Do you understand what you're talking about?
Pretty much.
Okay, all right, good. Desiree, this is the time. You have any questions? I know it's difficult for you the first day. Slowly you'll start understanding with the instructions. Any question, Desiree?
No questions.
Okay, all right, very good. So I put some messages also, so see the time and everything that is okay for you for the teaching, so that we will postpone a little bit. All right, so Kumarji, you want to add any comments or are you there? You have any questions?
No questions. Sorry, sir. No.
Okay, no problem. Kumarji is joining us from India, and Freddie is here in Pembroke Pines. Desiree, where are you? Which part?
I asked a few meetings. I didn't attend.
Yeah, I know you're busy, you said. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. You can always go to the YouTube videos to see what has happened. Okay. as I said before, of the yoga
I'm
industry.
in Miramar, in Florida.
Hello.
In Miramar, Desiree?
Yes, yes.
Okay. He's from Miramar, Florida, very close to our ashram. Kumarji, do you want to convey something? I can translate or you can say in English also. Because you are also expert in this field.
That is that.
இது வேற எதுவும் நீங்க ஆட் பண்ணுமா இல்லை என்ன கமெண்ட்ஸ் இருக்குதா சொல்லுங்க.
No comments.
No comments. Okay. Meeting முடிஞ்சு நம்ம பேசலாம் நம்ம. We can talk. Okay. All right.
Good one. Very nice.
Thank you. So we're going to stop our satsang. Okay, good. So we're going to stop our satsang here. So most of the time, what we'll do, we'll do the Om Namah Shivaya, which is very good for your energy, the 5 elemental energy, according to Lord Shiva. Om is the mantra again. Na stands for the earth element, which is your Muladhara. Ma stands for your Managa, Swadhisthana chakra, which is the water element. And C stands for your Manipura chakra, which is for your heat, the fire energy. And another chakra is for the air. And Vishid chakra, which chakra is for the Akash, and so on. So we are going to say Om Namah Shivaya. And that's yeah, that will be helpful for you for the energy exchange. All right, so 3 Om Namah Shivaya. And the mantra by one of the Siddha called Tirumula. Okay, all right, let's do that. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Shivaya Namaya Navasima Mavayana Sisiya Namava Vashimayana Om Shivaya Namah
Mavayana Sisiya Namava Vashimayana Om
Shivaya Namah
Mavayana Shishiya 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 Namava Vashimayana
Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Kriya Bhavaya. Thanks for participating today. Thanks, Freddie. Thanks, Desiree. We'll communicate through the messages, more information. Thank you. Kumar sir, சொல்லுங்க. எப்படி இருக்கீங்க? Any questions, any discussion, Freddie or Desiree, you may say. Otherwise, you may leave the meeting. We'll talk more. Bye, Freddie. Bye, Desiree. We'll talk more.
Bye.
Bye. இல்லை சார் எப்படி இருக்கீங்க? நம்ம ரொம்ப நாளாச்சு உங்களோட பேசி 2 மீட்டிங் ஆச்சு. அப்படிங்களா? பிசினஸ் நல்லா போயிட்டு இருக்கா? அப்படியா? ஆமா ஆமா, பரவாயில்ல. நீங்க பிஸியான ஆள். உங்களுக்கு நோ உங்க வைப்ரேஷன் தேவை, அதுக்கு தான் நான் சொன்னேன், வேற ஒன்றும் இல்லை. நீங்க மீட்டிங்ல இருந்தீங்கன்னா உங்க வைப்ரேஷன் உங்களுக்கு பிடிக்குதுன்னா. பாய் ஃப்ரெடி, பாய். அதான் இப்போ அன்பாரி நல்லா போயிட்டு இருக்குதா இருக்கேன். நான் நிறைய பேர் ஜாயின் பண்றாங்க. ஆமா, நிறைய பேர் ஜாயின் பண்றது. பண்ணுங்க. அப்படியா? ஓகே ஓகே, நான் பார்க்குறேன் நான். அப்படிங்களா? அதான் நான் பார்க்குறேன். அது இவரு கூட நான் 2-3 பேர் முக்கியமான ஆளுங்க பார்த்தேன். இவர் நம்ம மங்களாபுரம் கம்ப்யூட்டர் இந்த பக்கம் வந்துட்டார் இருக்கு. ஏன்னா அவரோட கமெண்ட்ஸ்லாம் பார்த்தேன். அதே மாதிரி அனந்தன் சார் ஜாயின் பண்ணிருக்காரு. நான் போன தடவை பார்த்தப்போ. யார் தெரியுமா அனந்தன்? யார் தெரியுமா உங்களுக்கு? அனந்தன் ஞாபகம் இருக்கா உங்களுக்கு? அவர்தான் அந்த பொலிட்டீஷியன். அவர்தான் பொலிட்டீஷியன், ஏடிஎம்கே என்பவர். ஆமா, அவர்தான் கூடவே நின்றுட்டு இருப்பாரு. இவரு அடிக்கடி செயின் போடுவார், ஏதாச்சும் போட்டுட்டு இருப்பாரு, பந்தா பண்ணிட்டு இருப்பாரு ஏதாச்சும். அது
அப்படியே தெரியும். வந்துட்டு நம்மளா சொல்லி வாய்
சொல்லுங்க.